Hey Defenders, it's Mike with Aegis Defense. I found a pretty cool news article, and this has already happened right here in Minnesota on August 5th, 2025, so this year. And so it's already happened, but I did want to just talk about it for a minute, share just a couple of my thoughts and opinions on it. And this is in reference to a court ruling that the Minnesota Supreme Court said that essentially ghost guns, which mainstream media and politicians galvanize around and really demonize and try to harp on, are not illegal. And they line this up with current precedents and statements by the ATF and federal law where you can 3D print firearm and firearm parts.
Today, the Minnesota Supreme Court ruled that it is legal for people to own ghost guns that do not have serial numbers. In a split decision, the court ruled that the current state law's definition of a serial number is too broad, since it relies on a federal law that does not require the markings on privately built guns. The majority opinion says a final decision on whether and how to regulate ghost guns rests with the state legislature.
Tonight, the state leaders and lawmakers are reacting after the Minnesota Supreme Court ruled that ghost guns can be legal in this state. Now, basically, the issue goes back to the state legislature.
This split decision stems from a 2022 case in Anoka County when troopers found a ghost gun after a car accident. Now, the majority opinion says Minnesota law criminalizes the possession of a firearm that is not identified by a serial number. Only if federal law requires that a serial number be stamped, engraved, cast, or otherwise conspicuously placed on the firearms.
Okay, and I wanted to talk about that in their ruling because 3D printed guns are not necessarily super new. When things like the Liberator and other 3D printed guns had come out, they were very new, not really reliable, but absolutely, engineers and software programmers saw this as new territory to push into and started coming up with crazy designs. And now you're seeing 3D printing of lower receivers for, say, ARs. You're seeing 3D printing for frames for, say, like a Glock or anything else, really. And you're seeing 3D printing being used in the creation of suppressors, specifically 3D printed titanium. I know B&T and Huxworks and Dead Air, I think a lot of these companies, they're really diving into the 3D printed parts, and particularly with titanium, to create suppressors. So the technology with 3D printing just across the board, not just firearms, is awesome. Heck, if you're into Warhammer, 40K at all, absolutely, man, 3D printing is awesome. Okay, that's saving people a lot of money. So big fan of that. Now, what the Minnesota Supreme Court decided was that because federal law doesn't ban it and there's no law in Minnesota, then therefore they are not going to ban it or be against it either. Essentially saying legislation, if you want to do something with this, that's on you, is really what that boils down to. And Minnesota politicians, particularly the DFL, then labeled this as a loophole, like it's a legal loophole. Therefore, an illegal thing people can get. Well, it's not illegal. It's not a loophole. It's not an illegal item. In fact, by just the supreme law of the land, you can manufacture and produce firearms yourself. It is not illegal. And 3D printing parts is not illegal either. Okay. So private ownership, not illegal. Okay. The ruling clarified that under current Minnesota law, it is not illegal for an individual to make or own a ghost gun for personal use, so long as the person is not otherwise prohibited from owning firearms. Leaning back on federal law. That's what that's referring to. Minnesota statutes requires firearms to have serial numbers, but because they're 3D printed and for personal use, it lines up with federal law. Therefore, it is not illegal. It doesn't outright ban them. So state law and essentially the Minnesota statutes for exclusion, the exclusionary rule means that the supreme law of the state is only state and federal law, and nothing else supersedes that. And because of that, then what occurs in particularly to firearms is that this does go back to the legislation. And now you do have DFL lawmakers that want to close the loophole, okay? And one in particular, Ron Latz, DFL from St. Louis Park, said that the ruling shows a gap in the law and that we has to get closed. So suspected fixes that they want to have for this is that we're expecting explicitly banning unserialized firearms in Minnesota, or requiring all serial numbers on all guns, including privately made ones, and possibly align with states like the People's Republic of California or the People's Republic of New York, okay, which have stricter regulations on ghost guns, okay? So right now, what does that mean for you as a Minnesotan? It is legal to own or make a ghost gun for personal use. Okay, illegal. It is still illegal for selling or transferring one without a serial number because that is federal law, and since that's in violation of federal law, Minnesota Supreme Court is leaning back on that. And it is likely to change, though, with the split in the legislation being 50-50. I mean, like, Minnesota in general is probably the most divided state when it comes to firearms, which is kind of unique, where you have such strong opposition and blue control over, say, New York, over California, where they can easily and quickly pass draconian laws like this that would ban anything, and you know, and as we've all seen in these other states and how they crack down on personal firearm use and self-defense, Minnesota's a little bit more difficult. We are definitely a battleground state when it comes to gun rights. Okay, so anyways, I just wanted to share my thoughts on that. I thought it was pretty interesting, just going back on this, and I thought maybe just something more interesting to talk about, because right now the news cycle is absolutely it's depressing to go through. Everything that's happened with Charlie Kirk, his family, the assassination, and everything that's occurring in our country right now. I thought maybe just something a little bit different, just to give yourself a break from it, would be something interesting to go over. We'll still cover stuff, certainly, on Charlie Kirk as it comes up, and I'll probably slow my roll on stuff. I've definitely jumped the gun on some news things, and I'll absolutely eat and admit that. And because of that, I'll wait for more and solid information to come out. So anyways, remember, guys, stay prepared, not scared, and God bless and good night.